Okay, this is a quick tutorial just covering out of range types and how we can use those with a cat rig to take a 30 frame cycle that we have here. This is a character moving forward in the scene over 30 frames and basically duplicate that to make the character walk forward, further forward in the scene. So what I'm going to do is just change the end time to frame 90 and click on OK, and I'm now going to open the curve editor, and what I'm going to do next is start going through the different body parts on this character. I'm going to select individual curves and change the out of range types on those curves. So I'm going to start with the Y position curve. This is the character's movement forward in the scene. I'm going to go to Edit, Controller, Out of Range Types, and select Relative Repeat. For the other curves, so the X and the Z position curves and the XYZ rotation curves, I'm going to change the controller, the out of range type controller, to the loop option. For the spine, I'm going to set the XYZ rotation curves to loop, and also for the head I'm going to do the same thing, set those to loop too. So working on the feet now, I'm going to select the Y curve. This is again the movement forward. For this curve I need to select Edit, Controller, Out of Range Types, and Relative Repeat. But for the X and the Z position curves and the XYZ rotation curves, I can use the loop function. So the other foot controller, same thing, Y curve, Edit, Controller, Out of Range Types, Relative Repeat. And for the X and the Z position curves, XYZ rotation curves, I can apply a loop option. Okay, so the foot rotations also need to be changed as well. So the XYZ curves for the rotation, I'm going to put those to loop. And again for this foot bone too, Edit, Controller, Out of Range Types, and loop. And just the final thing, I'm just going to grab the bones for the tail and Edit, Controller, Out of Range Types, and loop. So the plan is, if I press play now, the character should just carry on walking. And if I need any more keyframes, if I change this to, let's say, 120, click on OK, it'll just keep walking. Let's try 150. It just keeps walking. So this is a quick way to take a cycle that you created, let's say a 30 frame cycle, and duplicate that and have as many cycles as you want.